Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So what I'll be discussing today is a different concept, and it'll be about the idea of living at home and commuting to university. So some of you guys might be going to university in the next year or whenever, and you might be having this conundrum of, do I live out or do I stay at home? So I've been at university for 2 years now, and I've always lived at home. So a lot of the time I get asked, why is that? Am I missing out on that student life? Do I have regrets of living at home? Not really. I just prefer it. I'm more productive at home. I don't get distracted by, people coming over to my room all the time when I lived out for one term. I can do whatever I want. I never feel alone is the big one. And I just generally find the vibe here beneficial. I mean, just look behind me. Do you really think I could fit this in at university, for example? The biggest thing I guess I hear from people at university, though, is that they feel isolated, and it seems to be a big problem. A lot of people go to university, they try to make friends, but it's not the same thing as having someone there always for you. You'll find you'll have a lot of independent time, and I'm perfectly fine with that. If I lived out, I could definitely cope with that. But being a first year student, you might already be scared by the idea of being at a new place, new responsibilities you get from moving out, and you're scared of not having friends potentially. There's a lot of pressure piled on at you when you're going to university for the first time. That meant that one of the things I was able to do was get settled in at Royal Holloway very easily, being someone who commuted. I didn't have these problems of, do I like my flatmates? Am I going to have any tension every single day? I was just able to go there, make friends, get to know people, get to know the area, and just generally have a good time. So on that point though, when you commute to Royal Holloway or any university of your choice, I think the one thing you need to be doing is be outgoing. Don't be afraid if it's your first year to go out and talk to people and make friends. Everyone's in the same situation as you. They've all left their sixth forms, they've left their comfortable environment and are in a new place, and they really need to maybe gel with some people, but they don't want to show it. I went to university in my first year and I joined the Investment and Finance Society for me, and I joined the committee on that. I'm now president of that society, and I found if you get involved in these societies, you will have a blast at university. Go to socials run by societies, friends that you meet in the first week of freshers, and the university in general run socials most of the time to get people connected. There are a lot of great opportunities to meet great people at university. You just have to take the first steps of going out and being outgoing to meet those people. And the one thing you might forget is at university is that compared to sixth form, you won't see these people every day. It's just how it is. You've got your degree, they have their degree. Unless you're studying the same thing, you probably will only bump into each other every now and then. Just because you don't talk to someone every day doesn't mean they're your friends. I know people I see every now and then around the campus, and it's just I find it really satisfactory when I get to catch up with them, and it's just a great feeling. Just, makes the university feel a lot smaller and a lot less scarier when you meet people anywhere between lectures and labs, and you can just really connect with them on what's been going on. It's a different atmosphere from sixth form potentially, and that's one of the things you need to adapt to, is that you won't be seeing these people every day potentially, but they are still classed as your friends. And I know that's a bit of a lecture on, I shouldn't really have to say it, but I think a lot of people forget that just because you have met once, you assume that they're not your friends. And it's something that I've had a surprise, is that these people I meet every now and then and see every once in a while are people who are just really good people, and it's just a nice, fun environment when I do see them every now and then. So I'm not saying it'll be the same for you at university. Obviously, everyone's experience is different. I'm just sharing mine as someone who commutes, and I definitely do not regret my decision, and that's why it's been 2 years now that I've been living at home. And for third year, I'm going to be living at home as well, because I just do not see the benefits outside of, living out and being in. People say that because I live at home with my parents, I am not an adult sometimes. Or you missing out on how that experience of uni life, got to be a lad and all that. But you really don't. from what I've seen, I go out clubbing and all that. I go out partying most nights when I have to. And I just get an Uber back. You know, it's a £15 journey for me personally. If you're in London, it's even better because you get to use the night tube or bus. You know, it really did not hinder me from socializing with people, and it doesn't hinder me with my work. If I need to get work done, I will shut my door, and my parents know, for example, that I'm working. I won't be disturbed. I'll be brought something like, water every now and then if my parents feel like I haven't got out of my room in a while. But that's the one thing at uni is if you go to the library, for example, I can't study in silence, and if I go to the non-silent area, I'll just get distracted because there'll be people always around me, and you start having chit chats with people. And that's one of the reasons I think commuting has its benefits over living out, and it's something you should really consider. If you are considering it, don't think that your university life is over, for example. There are plenty of opportunities throughout the year to get out there. You just have to take them. And if you have any questions about should I do this or anything like that, or if you're struggling with commuting at university, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out and have a little talk about what's it like from my perspective, and some advice I could provide, I guess, is the best way of saying it. So there's not too much more to it. I'm just sharing some of my thoughts initially. I might make another video on this if I can think of anything else to say, But it really is not as bad as people make it sound. So if you're going to university, I'd definitely consider the option. It has its financial benefits, as you can see from behind, of not having to pay rent, for example. That's just one of the ones I always say is the easiest one to people to convince them why I'm still living at home. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this and learned something. And if I've helped you understand some of your issues, feel free to share them in the comments, and I'll definitely look at them and get back to them. If not, you can always check out my website, millendeepbassey.co.uk, and you can reach out to me personally, and I will be happy to help. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you have a great time at university.